Hey, it's Jeff at 650 Cycle. It's been a while since I did a video. I think it's been since Thanksgiving. I haven't really, it's not like I haven't been doing anything. It's just been a little bit here, a little bit there, nothing significant enough to feel like I needed to post a video. So, but it is now the end of February, and I'm starting to push some things forward because I have a goal that I'm trying to meet by April 1st. And one of those goals is selling some motorcycles. So this morning I had one of my motorcycles stored over at my daughter's house. I had to go over and get that. Well, last night I parked my truck right here, and you can see the ground, and it was thawing out. Woke up this morning, had about 2 inches of snow, and it's 35 degrees, so it's heavy, packy snow. Not much fun. And I went to get the motorcycle, and I had to push it probably 50 feet through this stuff. And the motorcycle itself has 2 flat tires on it. I didn't have a compressor with me. I've never been able to get the front one pumped up, and the back one was flat. And motorcycles roll really super hard anyways on flat tires, and they roll even worse through heavy packy snow. Trust me on that one. It was not a fun morning, and I definitely got my workout. So I got this one back. I got it far enough. Last fall I had it running, got both brakes working on both ends, and now it's time to do some cleanup on it. I got some parts that I got to put on it, and probably have to order some more parts. So that's what's going on out here. This is going to be unloaded and rolled into the shop. Let's go into the shop and talk about what's going on in there. All right, in the pole barn we have right here Bicentennial bike, and this was a bike that I purchased with it was a parts deal. I got 2 parts bikes and a whole bunch of other parts. I actually got my lift with it, which is kind of cool. And I went in with a buddy, and he got the bike that was running, and I got this one and all the other parts. That was kind of the deal we worked out. And I put this one up for sale. I got frustrated with it and got as far as that I wanted to work on it last weekend, and I put it up for sale. And he contacted me and said, hey, I'd really like to have that bike. So we worked out a deal, and he's supposed to come pick it up today. This one will be out of here. Did I make as much as I wanted to on it? No, but I don't have to work on it anymore. I was going to come out today and work on some of the wiring. I think I know what's wrong with it. It's acting like a ground on there. So I probably wouldn't take much for me to get it fixed, but I got a lot of other stuff going on, and I'm kind of done with this, and he gave me enough that I was happy and I can get out of here. So that's cool. That one's going away. My GL650, this beautiful bike, maybe some of you don't see it that way, but I do. I had it in storage. I brought it back. It has a tire that keeps going flat on the front. I have checked and checked and checked and cannot find a hole in it, but it will not hold air. It does for a little while, but it's got a slow leak. So gonna have to order a tire for this one and this one, and get it ready, go through, change the oil, that kind of stuff, get it ready for riding, because I like to start riding March 1st, and March 1st is Monday, so I'm probably not going to be riding Monday, but midweek is supposed to be 50, so there's a chance that at the very least I can get out and get out and get a ride in. So this bike kind of needs to get rolling in that direction. The KZ LTD 454, this is the last video I did, was working on this. I was doing some polishing stuff on it. I got it, and I can get it to start, and it runs. This cylinder runs really good. The other side, not so much. So I have my carb guy. I call him, his name is Mike. I call him Magic Mike, the carburetor king. I got a hold of him this week, and he said he's booked up until next week. So next week I will get this over to him and hopefully get that carburetor situation taken care of, because this bike, I redid this bike and I want to sell it. I'd like to put some miles on it before I do that, but if I don't, that's fine. But like I said, I did get it to clean it up and get it running so that it's available for sale. I had one last spring, and I really liked riding it. It was a nice bike, for a smaller bike, it's a pretty nice bike. 6-speed, I liked riding it. The other thing that I don't think that was on this video last time are these two. These are trainer bikes that were used in the MSF certified training course in Michigan that I work for, one of them that I work for. I do summer classes teaching motorcycle safety, And these are two of them that were up there at that program, and they were kind of looking at getting rid of some bikes, and so we worked out a deal, and I'm going to end up with these two. And these are Virago XV250s. They're pretty cool little bikes, and this particular one shined up really good, and it runs really good. I hit that button and it starts every single time. The other one has a little clacky problem in it, but I think I can probably figure that one out. Not going to mess with it too much right now. This one runs and is complete, and it is just waiting for me to get everything done on it. So today is going to be a pretty busy day. I got to get that GS out off the trailer and in here, let it dry out a little bit, maybe start working on it some. At some point, my buddy Jordan's going to show up and grab this bike, so I got to get this bike kind of ready for him. There's some pieces that I got to put back on it, and then he can take this and be the proud owner of it, and I don't have to mess with it anymore. So spring is moving forward. It's supposed to get up to like 40 today, so all that nasty snow we got last night should be melting. Anything else exciting happens today, I'm going to add it onto this video. Maybe I will record me rolling that pig off that trailer once I get some things straightened around. But I just, like I said, I haven't done anything that I felt like I needed to do a video for. I like to do videos where I take you along on a longer term project like the KZ. I was going to do a video last weekend on this, but it just was fighting me the whole way, and I'm like, yeah, nobody wants to watch this, so, and nobody's probably going to watch this, so. But that's where I'm at, and once I get working on that GS, I will probably do a few more videos, get it cleaned up, do a ride video once it's done, and if I still have this in time to ride, I'll do a ride video on that too. And then, of course, got to get Mr. GL650 up and running. So spring is coming, and I'm working frantically to make sure that I have a bike to ride, and the other goals that I had as far as selling some bikes get met. So that's where I'm at, and I'm going to probably add a little bit to this video throughout the day. So the video is going to extend beyond just me standing here talking. Oops, not what I wanted to do. it's starting to pull to one side, so that means the air in the tires are getting low. Good old topper dive shop truck. Oh, 10-pound shot on this. That was the driving. Sprouts thing. Perfect. This one's about 3 pounds low. All right, I got everything moved in. I got bicentennial bike sitting here. I got about another 2 hours before Jordan shows up, so it's going to sit here. I was going to push it outside, but don't really want it to sit outside. I've pushed enough bikes through the snow today. I don't want to push this one out front, so it's going to stay here. I got this one in, and I know there are some things that I need on it. Obviously, I need some grips. I have ordered a couple parts for it. I broke this rear lens like a dummy and had to order another one. This is broke. I need some handles here, but I think everything else is okay. I don't have a cover on that. I wonder if I had one on there and I lost it. Anyways, wonderful. Also on this front end, I really just set everything up on here and left the old lines, so I got to get that all cleaned up. All right, so I got a few parts I got to order for it. The other thing I noticed, that having learned from this bike and done a lot of polishing on this bike, there's a lot of things on this bike that I can get looking a lot nicer. These side covers, definitely going to come off, definitely going to get polished, and may pull some of this stuff off and polish it. The collars here are in pretty rough looking shape, easily polished. Maybe some of these bolts, I can knock the rust off of these so they don't look quite so bad, or I can replace them. I'll probably just knock the rust off. These shocks are probably going to come apart. The other one is worse. There's quite a bit of rust on this one, so I can knock this off. I can take it apart, knock this off, get it cleaned up. All of this stuff that has rust on this, I can knock it off. Doesn't mean it's going to be perfect or super clean, but when you're looking at an old bike to buy, you don't want to see that stuff. And if the bike's running really good and I get all of that together, but this is on here, it's going to take away from the value. Somebody's going to not want to pay because there's a lot of rust on it. So if I can get as much of the rust off as possible. These mirrors, they just need cleaned up. They are pitted up here, but they'll clean up nice. I noticed this around here. Again, I can knock the rust off. Beyond that, it's not going to do much. I'm a little irritated with myself on this because this is probably sitting in a snowbank over at my daughter's or somewhere on the way between here and there. I have some extras. More than likely have something that will work. We'll see. I just brought it in, letting it drip off, just kind of doing an overall assessment. I knew there were some things that I needed to fix on it, and then there are some other things that I need to get ordered, obviously. So I was trying to kind of wait on order or anything until I knew what was going to happen here. I can take these off and polish these up really nice. So I will be doing that. I did have it running, and if I remember right, it ran pretty dang good. It's going to be a rip and screaming bike, I think, and Just got to get it cleaned up to the point where it looks decent. So that's what I will be working on from here on out. Hey, making a little bit of room in here. Got rid of Bicentennial bike, it's gone. Working on this the Suzuki GS850. Did some cleaning on the back shocks. The other one I was able to get off. This one has a bolt that runs into the muffler, so it's not coming off, but I am going to try to clean it up a little bit. Got the tail light lens on. I think I did a little bit of cleaning on this cover, and I think I'm going to pull the covers and clean them up, just because it's going to look so much better like that. But right now I have a gas tank, and the inside of it looks terrible, and I've never cleaned a gas tank on a motorcycle before, so doing a little research, I found out if you put vinegar in it, it's supposed to clean that rust out. So we're going to try that method. I'm going to put some vinegar in it, let it soak for a few days, move it around, get it in different spots, because I only bought 2 gallons. I'm not sure what size tank this is. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to pour some vinegar in here and let it sit and let it soak, and hopefully that cleans some of that surface rust out of there, and then it'll be a decent tank anyways. That's what I'm going to do. So I pulled this cover off right here and polished it. I just did a quick polish on it. Didn't spend a lot of time on it. It come out really good, so I'm definitely going to do the rest of them. This one, and I think there's 2 on the other side. Yeah, this front one and this one. I think they'll clean up really nice. Get a little more gloss to them. They look a little bit more like this when they're done. I think that looks good. Try to get the rest of this bike cleaned up enough like that to offset some of the negative things. So we're going to keep working on it. I got paid for the Bicentennial bike, so I'm going to get a battery for that, and probably like some carbon choke cleaner and stuff. So definitely got to get a battery for that, because the battery I have is the wrong size. It's too big and it doesn't physically fit in there, so got to get a battery. And I don't know. I got enough oil for an oil change on this, and I got a filter, so at some point we'll do that. I got the vinegar in the tank. It's sitting. Needs to sit for I don't know how many days. I'll probably let it set till midweek, Wednesday, Thursday. Shift it around, put it in a different spot, and go from there. All right, well, we're wrapping up our Saturday here. To recap, Bicentennial bike gone. Magnum GS came back to visit, and it's going to get some things done to it, up and running. I went and bought a battery for this, and guess what? I bought the wrong one. It has the post on the wrong side, and it only fits in here one way because of the vent tube. So I got to take it back. I bought a bench grinder thinking that I could use that to help polish things, and I didn't really like the way that worked. So those things have not been very productive for me. So I'm going to have to go buy another battery, or exchange that battery I bought for a different, for the one with the post on the opposite side. So other than that, that should be up and going. But that's where we're at. That's kind of a day here, how things roll. Moving through the day, you doing one thing, like recovering this, and then you sell something, and so it's kind of fun. Well, actually it is a lot of fun, or I wouldn't do it. So wrapping up, I gotta go in, get something to eat, and then I'm calling it a night. So till next time, ride safe.